So we're going to take a look at the Mage class challenge in the Plague Quarter of Curse of Naxxramas. And so in this challenge, you have to beat Hagen the Unclean, the second boss in the quarter, with a Mage and with a deck that's already been picked for you. And apologies if I'm mispronouncing Hagen or Hagen. I'm not sure which it is. And so the main thing you're going to notice about this Mage deck is what's missing from it. I've played through this a couple times, and maybe I haven't seen every single card in the deck, but I have not seen a Polymorph or a Fireball or a Flame Strike or a Pyroblast or really any freeze spells. Very little of what you usually find in an average Mage deck. Instead, what you find is a lot of minions and a lot of secrets, and most of the minions have Death Rattle. This deck is really tuned to make you think about how to use the Death Rattles and think about how to use the secrets. And it throws some advantages at you. It gives you some cards that sync well with secrets and sync well with Death Rattles. We've got the one here that'll increase health and attack every time you play a card with Death Rattle. You've got cards that will make the next secret you play cost nothing. You've got cards that will increase their health and their attack every time you summon every time you play a secret, or every time you end a turn with a secret still hidden. And so it really gives you those advantages, but you have to think about those in advance and kind of hold on to those secrets until you have the cards, the minions out that'll sync well with them. And so the other big thing here to think about is Hagen's hero power, which deals 2 damage to the leftmost minion, and it only costs him 1 mana. And so, as we just saw there, if you have 1 minion down, you can pretty much guarantee that he's going to take a shot at it, especially if it's 2 or less health. And so you don't want to leave 1 minion out there unless it's got a good Death Rattle for you. And then as you're putting multiple minions down, you really want to think about which one do I want to have on the left side. Do I have a minion that has a good Death Rattle that I want to have over there, or do I have a minion that has a lot of health and can withstand a couple shots? But yeah, that is the big challenge on this one. And as you can see, we pulled a Karen Bloodhoof, so there's a couple legendary cards in this deck, and just a lot of the new Curse of Naxxramas cards in here. You can see we've got this card down there with the Taunt and Death Rattle that summons another card, we've got we're going to put that one down. So there's a nice mix of minions in this deck. That didn't last too long there. And here's the Ethereal Arcanist that will increase in health and attack if you have a secret in play at the end of the turn, and so that syncs really great with that the secret that doesn't come into play until you've been attacked for your last health, and then it makes you immune. So if you can keep that card out with that secret in play, it's going to give you a +2/+2 every turn on that one, and really give you a lot of attack power. Didn't work out so well for us there, but we've been focusing on taking out his minions, and until we can kind of turn things around. You can see he's really run out of cards. He's got this imp down with stealth, so we don't have any minions to attack, and we can now start focusing on knocking out the hero's health here. Hagen is basically a warlock, so you'll see some of those warlock cards come out of him. But largely the focus again is on a lot of these new Curse of Naxxramas cards. And so he's going to of course take out that leftmost hero, and now we've got another legendary. Spell damage +1 would be great if we had any spells, but we don't. The Secret Keeper would be great if we had any more secrets to put down, but we don't. So let's go ahead and put Karen Bloodhoof, and of course he's got the Death Rattle that will just kind of resummon the same card, so we're not real concerned about him losing, him getting knocked out. We probably should have put him on the left and let him take some hits, but instead we decided to sacrifice this other card that has a Death Rattle to draw a card. So now we've got a secret in the Secret Keeper. And here's a great card to use against Hagen. It's the Nerubian Egg, and that's another one of the new Curse of Naxxramas cards. It has no attack and 2 health, but its Death Rattle is that it summons a 4/4 Nerubian. And so if we put that on the leftmost side, if Hagen was smart, he wouldn't use his hero power against it because it's worthless on its own. But once it Death Rattles, it turns into a 4/4 minion. But this version of Hagen is not smart, and he will go after it. So put those eggs down on the left. It also can sync well with one of the new secret cards, Duplicate, which will put 2 cards, whatever after you play the secret, whatever minion dies first, it's going to put 2 copies of that into your hand. And so you get those 4/4s out there, or even if we were able to manage it so that Karen Bloodhoof was the first one to die, you can really put some nice stuff in your hand and really give you the advantage you need for the rest of the game. And that Duplicate card is the one we're going to earn for defeating Hagen here in this class challenge. And so you can kind of take that into your Mage deck and the regular player versus player play. So that's the Mage class challenge against Hagen the Unclean in the play quarter of Curse of Naxxramas.